Your libido's dropping. Your sex drive is dropping. Relationship deterioration. Your relationships are failing. Nobody want to be your friends. No girl wants to fuck you. Why having a dad bod is killing your drive and you don't even realize it. Energy, finances, leadership, all impacted by the way you look. Everything. So while you're thinking you're 10% body fat, 12% body fat, you're really 25, you're really 30% body fat. You're really lying to yourself. In this video, I'm going to show you guys the areas you guys are failing in by having a dad bod because you're overweight. I'm going to show you why being overweight impacts these areas and how it's impacting your life. And then at the end, I'm going to break down how we can solve it step by step in a certain system that I teach in my one-on-one program. All right? Many guys charge for videos like this. They charge for videos like this behind a course. And I'm giving it to you for absolute free. So if you want more videos like this, just like and subscribe. Let's get into it. So, 5 areas your dad bod is sabotaging. Let's break down what it's really costing you, because it's really costing you a lot. You know, it's really costing you everything. So let's break down the 5 areas. So 5 areas, sabotage. This is why you're being sabotaged. All right. So these are the 5 areas it's when your dad bod is sabotaging your life. Let's start with number 1. So number 1, hormones, hormonal disruption. You've been overweight, you've been over 25, 30% body fat, you having a dad bod is messing up your hormone disruption. What does hormones mean? It means, most importantly, your testosterone. You feeling like a man, you looking like a man, you behaving like a man is impacted because you're overweight. It's impacted because you eat more than you burn. Belly fat equals high estrogen. Belly fat equals high estrogen, low testosterone. And many of you guys probably heard it before, but estrogen is what you find in women, and testosterone is what you find in men. So if you're a man, if you're a masculine man, and you have more estrogen than testosterone, or your estrogen levels are higher than it should be, and testosterone levels are lower than it should be, we have a problem. We have a big problem. And the biggest problem we have is your belly fat, you have belly fat. That means your body fat percentage is too high. And the most logical way of how to, reverse this is to lose more belly fat. And when you lose more belly fat, let's say you're around 15 to 30%, guess what? Your testosterone drops. When you're around, let's say, I would say 20. So when you're around 20 or 30%, your testosterone drops. So if you're around 20 or 30% body fat, your testosterone is already down. It's already below the normal it should be for a man, already. And when your testosterone drops, guess what happens next? Your drive drops. So this is your drive. So you fucking getting up and working hard every day drops. Your focus drops. Your edge drops. You stop approaching. You stop making money. You stop going hard. You stop grinding. You stop being the man that you need to be because guess what? You're getting fatter. You're getting lazier. You have no testosterone to work and go hard and take risks and take chances. You don't want to conquer anymore. You're satisfied with the life you already have. You're living. You're satisfied, you're comfortable, you're content with being a fat motherfucker because you have no testosterone. You have more estrogen. When you have more body fat, you think everything is okay. Life is so good. Everything is okay. I'll take it day by day. I don't want to get lean. I don't want to get shredded. I don't want to make more money. I'm so passive. I'm just a passive bitch. That's what you think, And to reverse this, we'll talk about more at the end of this video. But this is some guys your problem right now. You're 20 or 30% body fat, and this is you. Okay? So number 2, energy depletion. Energy depletion. Alright? You're overweight, you're fat, you have no energy. You have no energy, low to no energy. Guess what? That means you don't have energy to play with your kids. You don't have energy to work hard in your work and build a business. You can't do things on the weekends because you're gonna run out of energy. You're just not active. You know, you just don't have it in you. You know, and guess what happens? You have chronic inflammation. All right, and this means your cells don't work properly. So when you have chronic inflammation, this is when you start getting joint pain, you start getting back pain, you start getting headaches, and this happens because you aren't active enough. You aren't eating the right foods putting the right foods in your body. Your body isn't digesting foods enough. You're not hydrated, and this means your cells aren't working properly. You know, the mitochondria in your body isn't producing the way it should be. The energy in your body isn't producing the way it should be because you're not putting the good things in your body. You're not treating your body well. You know, you're stuffing it with bullshit foods. You're not being active. You're not being engaging. You're not working enough to get to that next level. Okay? And this happens because after this happens, guess what happens next? You have crashes. So you have crashes during the day, caffeine reliance. So you rely on caffeine to get through. Burnout. And all this stuff happens because guess what? You have no energy. And why don't you have energy? Because you're fucking overweight. You fucking have a dad body. You fucking 20 or 30% body fat. You're terrible right now. You know? And when you have crashes, caffeine reliance, and burnout, you can't really produce the way you want to produce. You can't have those successful weeks, those successful days, those successful months because you're always starting over. You know, you can't work hard every single day. You can't lock in every single day. You can't get what you want every single day because you're crashing, you're burning out, you have no energy. And we're gonna talk about how we can fix this. All right, that's number two. Number three is presence erosion. This is a good one. This is one of my favorite ones to talk about. Your presence is eroding. You're not becoming the man. When you walk in the room, don't worry about him. I can leave my girl with him. I don't want to talk to him. He's not really, he don't look the part. He don't look like somebody I want to grow from. He just look like he take care of himself. You know? And presence erosion comes from, obviously, having a dad bod, but what happens when, you know, your presence starts eroding? What feeds off those signals? You know, you have bad posture. So instead of walking with your shoulders uptight, walking strong, head up high, you're like this. You walking with your phone in your hand like this, like a little bitch. Bad posture. No opening posture. All right. Shallow breath. Your breathing is terrible. You ever been around people who are overweight and then the way they breathe is like they huffing and puffing and just sitting down and just it's like, bro, I can hear you breathing. You're right here. We're just chilling. Why are you breathing so heavy? It's annoying. It's like, why are you just sitting down, just breathing so hard? You know, presence erosion. You don't want to be around that person. That person is terrible to be around. It makes you feel like, ew, what the fuck? Why are you breathing so hard? All right. Next is vocal power. Vocal power and tone. Your vocal power goes down. Your tone goes down. You stop being so outwardly speaking. You start holding to your ideas more. You start conforming more. You start trying to make people feel good instead of standing on what you need to stand on. Instead of being the man you gotta be to call out bullshit. And you can't call out other people's bullshit unless you call out your own bullshit. So vocal power. Bring your power fucking back. And we're going to talk about how to do that. Because when you get overweight, you let yourself go. And when you let yourself go, you stop believing in yourself. You really stop believing in yourself. When I got fucking overweight, when I got fat, when I had a belly, I wasn't believing in myself. I had to go outside in the hoodies. Go outside in the hoodies in summertime. I felt like shit. You know? And I'm gonna show you how to fix that. So, number 4, relationship deterioration. This is a good one. Relationship deterioration. Your relationships are failing. Nobody want to be your friends. No girl wants to fuck you. You want to marry somebody. You want to be with somebody so bad, and they don't want to take you. You know how bad that feeling is when you want to talk to different women and you know that all in your head, yeah, she doesn't like me. Oh, you know, she would never spend time with me. She would never want to be with me. Already in your head, you're talking to yourself like this already, without even trying. You know, but why? But you're not even giving yourself a chance. So why is that? Low libido. Your libido is dropping. Your sex drive is dropping. So instead of looking at women in a normal sense, you're looking at women as, let's say, sexual objects. You're looking at women on what you can provide for them instead of the other way around. Because think about it, in this state, you're the giver. Oh my God, I want to give her this, I want to give her that. Instead of sitting back like a masculine man, being smooth, being seductive, your libido dropping, so you're trying to make up for it by doing all this clown shit. You're trying to like pictures, comment, send money, send this, send that, pay for all this, pay for all that. Instead of chilling and letting your mindset, letting your physique, letting your mouthpiece, letting your charisma do the talking, you have to fucking overcome. You have to fucking compensate for certain things, cause your testosterone is down, libido down. What else do you fucking have? You know, if you can't fucking put work in the bedroom, if she isn't aroused by you, if she isn't, engaging with you, if she isn't horny, just so wet for who you are and what you look like, you're fucked. You're fucked. So your libido's down, your presence, your patience is down, your connection is down. So let's say you do get a woman. Let's say you do get a woman, and you get a girl, you've been dating her, your patience is down. You don't know how to handle her. She'll drive you fucking crazy because you have no patience. You guys will get in arguments every fucking day because women are gonna test you. And you're so fucking weak, you have no patience. You can't connect with her on different levels. You don't have the confidence to connect with her on different levels. You don't have the patience to withstand her bullshit. Let's be honest. You're gonna lash out, do something crazy. You're gonna do some crazy shit that's not masculine. You're gonna do some bullshit. All right. So you can't hold a relationship. Last but not least, number 5. I'm gonna show you guys how to fix all this, man. Number 5 is financial limitations. Financial limitations. So it's a study that I read that fit men earn 15 to 18% more than men who are overweight per year. So if you're in better shape, you'll make 15 to 18% more. And I'm not talking about being fucking skinny. I'm talking about being fit, having some muscle, having abs, being below 12% body fat. Having standards for yourself, you'll make more money because you take care of yourself. You'll take care of yourself. Fit equals 15, 18% more money by being fit. All right? And having a dad bod is costing you $500,000 in your lifetime. Dad bod equals negative $500K life. So you wasted $500,000 in your lifetime by being fat. Having a dad bod is costing you $500,000 of net worth because you're fucking fat, because you're overweight, because you're not disciplined. It's serious because the less energy you have, the less energy means you make bad decisions. So less energy, bad decisions. Bad decisions, less money. Less money, relationship deterioration, less confidence, less patience, less connection. Less relationships, less presence, less confidence, less vocal power. Bad posture. Bad posture, why you have bad posture? Energy, depletion. You crash, caffeine, you burn out, you're stressed. Your cortisol levels rising. And this all comes from having belly fat and having dad bod and being over 20% body fat. Really being over 15%. We can say being over 15 to 30%. I know I erased it, but being over 15 to 30% is costing you. It's fucking up everything. Drive, focus, edge, and it's bringing you back down to all the way here. This is why you're here. So let's fix this, man. Let's transform. So what do we got to do to transform? What do we got to do? Let's run through some things to transform to help you guys out. Let's get it. Now it's time for the transformation. Biochemical power. Biochemical power. Remember that. Biochemical power. Power. What does this mean? This means it's time to boost your testosterone. It's time to get your testosterone up. It's time to lower inflammation. What do we got to do? We got to boost testosterone by 50 to 120%. That's the first step. And we got to lower inflammation by 40%. This is the key, all right? So we got to lock in on biochemical power. What does this mean? Putting better foods into your body. Putting more balanced foods in your body. Getting sleep. Lowering stress. Being consistent with the day. Being consistent with your habits. All right? This is going to help you build drive, focus, and your ambition returns. All right? Biochemical power. Focus on that. Next, sustain energy. This is the key. We need to start having sustained energy throughout the day. We want to be able to work in a 9 to 5 and work at least 3 to 4 hours a day on our side hustle every single day. We need enough energy to do that. Build our relationships with our family, co-workers, our women, business partners. We want to be able to do that. We want to be able to eat well, hit the gym, have time for ourselves and our mind. We gotta have energy to do all these things. So we can't have no crashes. We need energy after work for our family and, girlfriend or wife, kids, whatever position you guys are in. All right? Next, we need to have a commanding presence. When we go into places, we don't need to be so loud and rah-rah, but we want to be able to stand out so people can look our way. You never know when you walk through places. I know I was in the airport a week ago, coming from Miami, and I can tell when I walked around by the way I looked. I'm 5'9", I'm not even tall, but the way I looked, how I was dressed, people looked at me when I walked by. It wasn't like, oh, this is a fact. No, it was like, oh, it's looking and stand, looking at who is this, intrigued. Why? Having a commanding presence. Being lean, being in shape, helps you have a commanding presence. Helps you posture. I'm walking with my head up high, shoulders back, feeling tall, looking tall. I might be 5'9", 5'10", but I feel like I'm fucking 6'6", Breath work, confidence, all go up. Everything goes up, commanding presence once you get lean and lose that dad bod. All right? You take up more space. You take up more space and your influence rises. When you start working out, you feel you have more mass. You feel bigger. You feel like, I feel good. I feel strong. I feel like I'm not moving out the way. If someone's trying to take my space, I'm not moving out the fucking way. You gotta move me out the way. That's how you gotta feel. All right? Magnetic relationships. What does this mean? This means you have better sex. Your sex goes up. Your girl, your wife, or the women you're messing with, they enjoy fucking with you. They enjoy having sex with you. Sex is magical, But it's only magical if you work on these things. It's only magical if you get yourself together. It's only magical if your emotional control is there. Women love emotional control. Women love when you lash out too and be crazy, of course, but women love emotional control. They love when you can go in different pockets of your personality and bring different pockets out. They love that shit. They love it. But you can't have that unless you have emotional control, all right? And leadership. You want to be a leader. You want to be a leader, the man of the household who leads your women, who leads your family. And it's hard to lead your family if you fucking look like a bitch with your stomach poking out, breathing heavy, posture like this. Nobody respects that person. Nobody. All right? And last but not least, financial upside. Add 18 to 25K a year and being more productive just by being in better shape. Just by losing that dad bod, you can add $18,000 to $25,000 a year onto your income. Easily. Just by being more productive, being in better shape, eating better, going to the gym, having a routine set out, let out. Your mind working better. Your emotional state working better. You actually having testosterone and drive to get it done. It's going to help you make more money in the long term. Health and opportunity. Okay? So let's walk through my three-phase system of how I do this. So I'm going to break down exactly what you guys should be doing starting today to make these changes happen so you guys can have all these benefits. All right? So let's dive into it. My three-phase solution, I want to break it down phase by phase these videos so you guys know exactly where I'm going and how to implement it in your life starting today. All right, so this is for my guys who are dad bods, who might have a family, might have a girlfriend, might be a little bit older in age, but it's time to lock in, it's time to get going. All right, so let's break down exactly what you guys should be doing. All right, so phase one is called a metabolic reset. All right, this is going to be a metabolic reset. So it's going to take about a month. So it's going to take 30 days. 30 days to lock this in. So give yourself a month. Don't do anything else, but just lock in here for a whole month. So from today, what's today? May 7th to June 7th, lock in on this phase here. This is what all you should be focused on. All right? So number one is protein timing. Making sure you get protein in when you need it. For example, you guys should be having 50 grams per meal equals 200 a day. If you have 4 meals. So if you have 4 meals a day, and each one of your meals is 50 grams of protein, that's 200 grams a day of protein. So 4 meals, each meal should have 50 grams of protein every single day. All right? Of course, in the morning, you want to have a protein in the morning, as well as a snack, for pre-workout, post-workout, and dinner. Very, very simple. All right? Very, very simple. Anti-estrogen foods. This means cut out all processed foods. All right? I want you guys to go into a full whole food diet. Full whole food diet. That means you're only eating vegetables, fruits, protein. No packaged foods, no chips, no Pop-Tarts, no bullshit ingredients. Only foods you know where it came from. Whole foods, potatoes, white rice, jasmine rice. Make sure it's just rice. Make sure it's not the box plastic bullshit. Eat foods that's whole foods that has no estrogen. No more processed foods. No more eating out. No more donuts. No more sweets. No more artificial sugars. No more this. No more that. No more bullshit. Cut it all out. Cut it all out. All right? It's going to help you build more testosterone. Okay? Next is insulin control. So this, I like to say, carbs. No carbs. Low carbs. So I have insulin spikes sometimes when you have a lot of carbs in your meals. For me, after I work out and I have a big meal for lunch, I usually crash before that meal. I crash after that meal, so I know that, and that fucks up my day. So what do? I control my insulin. That means I control the amount of carbs I'm eating throughout my day. So first thing in the morning, let's say I don't have carbs for the first 2 meals. 2 meals, no carbs. I might have half a banana before I work out. Boom, perfect. After I work out, let's say no carbs because I'm still working throughout the day. And I'll have carbs at dinner. So I control my carbs throughout my day to a point where if I know I'm going to have carbs, I can have time to chill after. If I know I'm going to have a lot of carbs, I'm going to chill after. For dinner, I can have a lot of carbs because after dinner, I'm winding down, ready to go to bed. All right? You should not be having a lot of carbs at the middle of your day. If you really want to be successful, you really shouldn't be having carbs in the first half of your day. It's a lot of carbs in the first half of your day. So I've been experimenting a lot with that as well. Okay? Inflammation protocol. All right? Inflammation protocol. You guys should not be, eating certain type of foods, but same part about it, you guys should be taking care of your body. You guys should be taking care of your joints, taking supplements, taking different supplements that can help you guys out. For me, I started taking beetroot for lower blood pressure and better oxygen towards my heart. So I started taking that. I started taking magnesium glycinate. So start out simple. Multivitamins, omega-3s. do your research to know what you need, what your body needs. So information control, obviously, the basis here is just eating more green leaf vegetables, eating more fruits, eating more vegetables, adding peppers, onions, different things into your diet, avocados, healthier foods that lower your inflammation. So when you wake up and you get older and you wake up, you're not in fucking back pain after a workout. You're not, your fucking ankles aren't swollen, your shoulders not fucked up. You can actually recover properly and get to the next day. Okay, so it's very, very important. So focus on this for the next 30 days. It sounds like nothing. This sounds easy, right? It's just protein timing, low estrogen foods, insulin control, lower carbs, inflammation protocol, put more foods into your body, and supplements. That's it. It's easy. It's easy. It sounds easy. But the hard part is sticking to it for 30 days. So if you guys stick for this, I promise you guys will lose 10 pounds. If you guys just do this, you guys will lose 10 pounds easy. Okay? That's phase 1. Phase 2 is functional strength recovery. This is 60 days. So after the first 30 days, you guys want to go to this phase. And it's funny because I didn't talk about working out in this phase at all. Of course, you guys are already working out. That's perfect. But I didn't talk about working out at all in this phase. All right? But let's talk about functional strength recovery here. This one, start out hormone boosting lifts. This means you want to pick up heavy shit. You want to train for strength. You want to train for dominance. You want to train for fucking power and like explosiveness of just being a man. Some guys don't pick up enough heavy shit throughout the day. So you want to pick up enough heavy shit where it can strain your body and give you more hormone boost, so it can boost your testosterone. All right? Pick up heavy shit. That's not do deadlifts, but do squats, bench press, do your pull-ups, do your push-ups every day. Do weighted pull-ups, weighted push-ups. Take it to the next level. All right? Put stress on your body. This is the stage we want to build testosterone. So we must be in fight or flight in this stage. All right? That's number 1. Number 2 is posture training. One of the best moves for posture training, I love training my traps. For posture training, training your traps and doing stretching is amazing for posture. Because a lot of guys, when they walk, guess what? They walk like this, slumped over, boom. Guess what? They don't train traps. If you train traps and you ever feel how sore you are after training traps, you gotta put your shoulders back and put this shit up like this. You gotta walk straight up because you're so fucking sore. So posture training, you need to train traps and you should be stretching at least every single day at night for like 5 or 10 minutes. Just little stretches. You don't gotta get serious. Just do a little bit of stretching. Stretch your sore areas of your body and your posture will improve. Also, when you're working, try to work standing up. When you're working, do that standing up. Taking calls, stand up. When you go outside and go for walks, stand up, get active. Stop sitting down all day. All right? Very, very important. Next, we got core and energy system rebuild. All right? Core and energy systems. Training your fucking core. Making sure your core is strong. Making sure when you go to the gym, you can feel your core engaged. When you take your shit off in the mirror, you can see your abs coming in. That's the game. That's the rules. That's the goal. All right? You want to train for core and energy rebuild. You want to rebuild your energy and core. All right? So how do we rebuild our energy? So all the bad habits we've been doing in the past, which is eating bad foods, not working out, being lackadaisical in the gym, not training hard. You want to start lowering your rest times. So you want to make this like a 1 hour session. Your workout should be no more than 1 hour. So it should be no more than 1 hour. So if you got a lower rest time, speed run through the sessions, superset, you should be sweating and killing yourself through these sessions because that's going to help your energy rise outside of the gym. That's going to help your energy rise when you go outside the gym and when you focus outside the gym. Your energy is going to go higher. You're going to feel more motivated, feel more tactical. You're going to feel like the world is easy now because I've killed my body and mind in the gym. So when I get outside the gym in my business and relationships, it's easy, it's cool, it's calm, it's collected. I feel better. My testosterone is up. I'm eating better. Everything is coming around. All right. So you want to be built to energy systems and also train core. All right. You should be training core if you want to start out. Train 3 days a week, 3-4 days a week, training core. Okay. In phase 3, this is the last step. It's lifestyle integration. All right. So this is never ending. This is never ending. This is going to last. This is going to last forever. All right. Lifestyle integration is going to last forever because guess what? Health and fitness is a lifestyle. All right. You want to be in great shape. You want to be active. You want to be moving. You want to be clear-minded all throughout your whole entire life. So you want to be able to do this for life. So this never stops. So what do we got to focus on? Schedule, proof, eating. I get the excuse all the time from some of my clients, man. They say, oh, I'm going out of town. I don't know what to do, so I just stopped out and got some bullshit. I'm like, bro, you could have told me this beforehand. I would have solved it for you. A lot of guys make excuses and they fall off because they don't know how to eat, when they're traveling. They don't know how to eat once they got in shape. So you get in shape, you put all this work in. We did this for 30 days, for 90 days. You've been doing that. And what happened after that? You fall off. You quit. You give up. Motivation dies. You need to learn how to eat within your schedule and know what you got to do to prepare. If you know you have a busy day tomorrow, you should already be planning what you're going to be eating the next day to stay in shape, to stay optimized, to stay consistent. This is what you need to be doing. All right? So you need to understand schedule-proof eating, being prepared every single day about what you're going to eat. All right? Next is minimal training dose. All right, this is important because we're not going to be hitting the gym hard all year round. We're gonna work into seasonal. Everybody can't go balls to the wall every single month. Some months, like I said last video, some parts of the year you gotta put family first. Some parts of the year you gotta put money first. Some part of the year we gotta put your business first. So it's gonna change, and very rarely people put fitness first anyway. So it's going to change all the time. But you still want to have a priority, and you still want to be able to at least make progress minimally. Even if it's like 0.1% progress, it's better than doing nothing. It's better than going backwards. It's better eating that fucking donut. It's better than doing nothing at all. It's better than going backwards. So we want to have a system to where when life gets hard, I can always fall back on this little program here when I'm doing, let's say, 100 push-ups a day, and I might be doing 100 sit-ups, and that's my workout for the day. Or I'm just doing 50 morning push-ups and 25 or 50 jumping jacks a day, and that's my workout for the day. Or I might be doing a 10-minute walk, and that's my workout. Like that can be a workout some days if you're really stressed and really in a stressful state of doing something else. But you always want to put activity first. You always want to put your lifestyle integration first. Okay. So next is travel and stress plan. All right, like I said, stress plan, the plan I just went through. When things are getting tough, you want to have a plan to fall back on. All right, travel is nothing different. When you travel, you should prepare for what you're going to do. You can't work out the same away from home if you don't have the same equipment. Maybe some things are missing. You don't have the nice gyms. Maybe you got a hotel gym. You can still figure out a way to make it work. You can still find out a way to make it work. So there's no excuse why you shouldn't be working out while on the road, And that's what we do. We help you find workouts to do when you're traveling, when you're stressed. How can I still make progress even though I got to work in my business 16 hours a day? If I still want to do something, what should I do? I don't want to fuck up my progress. What should I eat? And that's what we teach, all right? And this is probably the most important thing here. And this is something I learned that changed the freaking game for me, man. And it's performance tracking. All right, tracking data. I'm gonna be making videos like this all the time, so we're gonna get deeper into tracking data. But you guys must track your data every single day. I have an Oura Ring where I track my steps. I track my sleep. I track my food in my FitnessPal app. I track my work stuff, my budget. Every day I look at all my data to see am I going down the right direction? Am I continuously making money? Am I continuously investing? Am I continuously saving? Am I continuously doing the things I got to do to get to that next level? every single day. You know, you guys want to do the same thing in your lifestyle integration, no matter what it is. You know, especially in your health. You want to track that stuff. Make sure you know how to lose weight. All right, how much do I gotta eat? How much should I not be eating? How much do I gotta work out to build muscle? You guys should know all this in detail. All right, and that's what we do inside my full system, man. It's built for busy professionals. This is to help you guys save time. So if you guys don't want to do all this shit alone, and you guys need help and steps and a plug-in system, that's what we do in my one-on-one program that I'm building out right now. So if you got an interest in that, just click that link down below to book a call with me and see if you're a good fit for the program. So if you guys just want to just speed run it and not just do it yourself, you know, and have it already made for you. So I've helped many of you guys do the same thing. And it's funny because I hear a lot of objections from a lot of men. A lot of men make excuses. You know, they might say, oh, I don't got time. I have no time. I work so hard. I do this, I do that. I work so freaking hard, Randy. I don't have no fucking time. I can't do this. This is what I say. First, I say you're a fucking bitch, you know, because you don't have time to self-improve is why you're going to fall when the AI revolution hits. That's another video for another day. But let's say no time. I have no time, Randy. Oh my gosh. All it takes is 4 to 5 hours a week to self-improve. 15 to 20 hours of energy you get back. All right? So if you take 4 to 5 hours a week, that's around an hour a day if you do it from Monday to Friday. An hour a day in self-improvement. You can literally get 15 to 20 hours of energy back into your life every single week. Every single week. If you just sacrifice the 4 to 5 hours a week to self-improve and give it back to yourself, you'll have 15 to 20 hours of energy you can get back to yourself when it's time. You know, when it's time. But most guys don't want to go through this. Most guys want to stay the same. They want to have a fucking fat-ass dad bod and their girlfriends, their wives are eyeing me because you have no control over your household. It's fucked up, but it's true. It's true. But how did we get there? You know, because that's what, you tried this before. You tried programs, you tried coaching programs, meal plans, fitness coaches. You tried all that shit, you know. And the difference for me to people like that is this is a reprogramming. This is reprogramming your mind, reprogramming your habits, reprogramming yourself. So all the shit you've been learned, the programs you paid for, the free shit you learned, cut that shit away. This is nothing like it. This is something totally, totally different. You know, because this is for men who went through the struggle. Men with dad bods. Because obviously, if you're overweight, that means you lost yourself mentally. You know, if you're overweight, you've lost yourself mentally. You aren't where you need to be discipline-wise and consistency-wise. And fitness coaches don't really teach that in detail. And even if you just watch these videos and take notes and take these videos into action, these videos will help you to get back on track to get below 15% body fat, you know, easily. All right? But let's say you give me this. Let's say bad genetics. Let's say you say, Randy, man, I got bad genetics. I have bad genetics, and I'm not black like you. I'm not gifted like you. I'm not an athlete like you were. I'm not as good as you. I call bullshit. I think everybody can get it done. Genetics are not. Because, you know, genetics is a small part of who you are. Of course, it makes up who you are, but the hard work is the 80%. You know, genetics are only like 20% of the makeup. You know, obviously you got genetics, a starting point, but what are you going to do with your genetics? Are you just going to let that shit rot, or are you going to fucking try? Are you going to be a bitch and say, oh, just because I'm white, I'm black, I'm blue, I'm red, I can't do this or I can't do that? It's bullshit. You know, you should be able to do anything you want if you want it. If you want it that bad, you can get it. So that's what I teach. Bad genetics is bullshit, BS, you know, because we control 80% of our results. At least 80% of our results. Genetics is 20%. 20% versus 80%. You have control over the 80%. So take control over the 80%. All right? And last but not least, I'm normal now. Or it's normal now. Maybe you're in a state where you're just normal. You know, maybe you're having a dad bod, being fat, not having sex with your wife, having your kids run over you, not respect you, being a virgin. Maybe that's just what your life is now. Maybe you just were meant to be right here, right now, making 40K a year, 30K a year, 50K a year. Maybe this is what you deserve. Maybe this is the best you can do. Maybe it's just normal to you now. Maybe that's just what you deserve. And if you believe that, then that's on you. But I think you can do a lot more. I think so. But I'm just a guy on YouTube just talking who just have done a good amount of stuff that I'm teaching that I've done. So I mean, are you gonna try? That's the question. Are you gonna try? If you believe it's normal now, that's fine. This is your normal, fine. But the guys who don't believe this is true, the guys who just believe that you hit a rough patch, things happen, things come up, but you want to change, your new normal can be way different. Your new normal can be exactly what you want if you just put a little bit of work in. Right, just a little bit of work. All right, I broke down the steps. This is the next 90 days you guys should be doing. This is 90 days, 60 and 30 here and 60 here, and then this is ongoing. So if you lock in for the next 90 days, you guys can change. But like I said, I helped over hundreds of guys change their physique, change their mindset, and change their habits. So if you guys need help, and let's say you don't want to do it your own, you want to just kind of just speed run it and work with me one-on-one just so you have the personalized day-by-day accountability, the systemized tactics of what you should be doing every single day, every single week, every single month that's catered to your lifestyle, that's personal to your lifestyle, click that link down below, man, so you can book a one-on-one call to see if you're a good fit. And on that call, we'll walk through a 6-month roadmap of what you need to be doing for the next 6 months to make drastic changes to get ahead of everybody else. All right. So if you think you're a good fit, man, click that link down below. And I'll see you on the call.